Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. Now, if you're into automation, growth, or building GTM workflows for your LinkedIn outreach, then today's video is going to blow your mind. I'm going to show you how to automate data scraping plus having a personalized outreach done using just two tools, that's Anything and PhantomBuster. And we'll even see how to add AI into the entire workflow to scale your outbound without sounding robotic. Now, by the end of this video, what we'll be able to teach you is one, how to scrape LinkedIn data using PhantomBuster, how to pipe that data into Anytin automatically to qualify that data and enrich those leads. Then we'll use Anytin AI to write personalized messages. And finally, we again go back to PhantomBuster and learn how can we automatically send LinkedIn connections with a message. So that's a workflow that we were to see today. Now, before moving ahead, I'll just set a quick context as to how currently businesses still manually copy the data from LinkedIn or their websites and then write generic outreach messages. But with this particular workflow, what you can do is you can one, automate your entire outbound for LinkedIn. Second is you can reach personalization at scale. So let's quickly dive into it. Now, the first step for us is to define whom is it that we're going to target. That is a prospect list. So to create the prospect list, what I have done is I've gone to Sales Navigator. I've put in the couple of filters based on my ICP. And then what I'm going to do is that for these results, I want to have them on an Excel so that I can view it properly. I can then clean it and then I can do something about it. So what I'm going to do over here is I'll go to PhantomBuster and use their Sales Navigator search export. Now, when I actually use them, it's a very simple process wherein all you have to do is just copy the URL of that particular LinkedIn Sales Navigator search, paste it over here, click on save, and then we have to select the Sales Navigator account or any LinkedIn account through which we want to scrape that data. So I have done that. I'll go forward. Again, the behavior in our initial videos, we have shown that how LinkedIn gives us output of only 2500. So that is exactly what the limit is. You'll click on save again, and then we'll move forward and launch this particular Phantom. Now the output of this Phantom will look something like this, wherein we have raw data. And what we have done is we have filtered it and we have cleaned it to give us, say, a simple clean data that looks like this. Now, we'll soon be covering how can this cleaning process also be automated using any AI agent like Clay or anything. But for now, let's stick to one thing that we have manually cleaned it and we have our data set over here. Now, over here, I have just taken 3 data points because that's certain limits for anything to test this out. So this is just our test data. The next step that comes in is, say I have cleaned the data, but I still want to qualify whether this particular lead is relevant for me or not to reach out to pitch about a particular product or service. So this is wherein Anytime comes in. Now I'll quickly move on to Anytime and show you the flow that we have built. The flow is very simple, wherein we start with taking the inputs from that Google Sheet. We have an AI agent that qualifies those leads based on different parameters. So this is the qualification agent that we have created, wherein we are giving the inputs as the role of the person, the company that the person belongs to, the industry and the company size. And we have created or asked that particular AI agent to act as a lead qualification specialist that can analyze all of these 4 parameters. And based on that, we have even given a qualification criteria. Now, if a particular prospect is qualified based on this criteria, what's going to happen is this particular AI agent is going to give an output as either qualified or disqualified, which then goes into this conditional check where we are marking it as true or false. Now, if it is false, what it's going to do is it's going to update in that Google Sheet itself in the qualification column, yes or no, or true or false. If it is true, then what we're going to do is we're going to put it onto another agent that then helps us create the intro message. Now over here again, we have used an AI agent using OpenAI's chat model. Now before executing or starting with this, what we have done is we have put in a wait parameter. The only reason being is that due to certain limit restrictions, when we run 2 agents back to back, then there is an error that shows up. So just to ensure that we are giving the agent some time to then restart based on the limits, we have put in this wait function. Now, when I speak about the LinkedIn generation or message generation agent, over here again I have given it the input parameters that includes the name of the lead, the role, the company name, the industry that the person belongs to. And I've put in the message that the AI agent should analyze all of these four parameters and based on that give me a message. So this agent as an output, what it does is it gives me the LinkedIn intro message that I can send either while sending the connection or once the connection gets accepted. And lastly, it gets updated on the Google Sheet itself. So let's quickly see by executing this workflow. So when I click on execute the workflow, what happens is all the inputs are taken. As you can see, the qualification model is working, wherein it has qualified 1, 2, and then it will qualify the third parameter as well. Moving forward, it has sent the false entry and the true entry, as you can see, and it again waits for 20 seconds. Meanwhile, let's quickly see on the Google Sheet. We'll just refresh this and check what are the output that has come in. So far there is no output because we have put in the wait function right now. Once this wait function gets executed, the model starts working. That's a LinkedIn intro message model. Post which, once is, as you can see, it has been executed and we have the message that has come up in the Google Sheet. So this is exactly how this particular workflow works, wherein we have the qualification, we have the output, that's the reasoning behind the qualification, and we have our intro message. Now what we have to do is that we have to again go back to PhantomBuster, and this time we are going to use their LinkedIn Auto Connect Phantom, wherein when we actually start with it, the first step that it asks is one, to add the profiles that we want to invite. So over here we'll click on spreadsheet URL and we'll input the link of the test file that we have created, wherein we have the prospect data. So I'll quickly input that and paste it over here. Then in the spreadsheet settings, I'll just take the column which includes the profile URL. So that's my LinkedIn profile column, and I'll click on save. Now once that is done, it will connect to the LinkedIn account. Again, I will move forward, and now comes the most important part, wherein I'll have to enter the message that I have in place. So in this case, what I can do is I can click over here at the plus icon and I can click on output. So what it does is it directly fetches the message from this sheet which has the messages and uses it over here. Then all I will have to do is click on save, go forward, and then I'll set a behavior as to how many invitations that I can send. So LinkedIn Sales Navigator offers 250 connections that we can send, whereas normal LinkedIn allows us 100 connections that we can send. So I'll just keep it at 10 for now and go forward and launch this. So this is how you can launch it, and you will have a complete end-to-end workflow created, right from say scraping the data to using an intent to qualify, and also using an intent to then further create a personalized LinkedIn message for the qualified prospects. And finally using PhantomBuster again to automate our entire LinkedIn outreach, right from connection to sending the first message. So this was it. And if this workflow is something that can help you in terms of streamlining or automating your sales processes, then please do like and subscribe to our channel and stay tuned for more such videos, more such workflows. Thank you so much for watching this video.